My name is Clarissa Maldonado. I'm a 25-year-old from Edinburgh, Texas, and I am a member of the Fighting Texas Ag class of 2018. Here at TVMDL, I'm a serology diagnostic technician, and I'm mainly in charge of indirect fluorescent assays, or IFAs.
My name is Maritza Anguiano. I am from Dallas. I've been at TVMDL for 8 years now, and I'm currently the laboratory supervisor for the histopathology section. I started off as a technician, trimming the tissues and making the slides for the pathologists. And today I am in charge of training and supervising the technicians and making sure we have everything we need to run the lab.
My name is Carlos Rodriguez. I'm originally from Laredo, Texas, but came to College Station for school and never left like a lot of us here. I work in the serology section. My title is Assistant Section Head of Serology, which means I run the section, manage a team of about 10 people. I worked at TVMDL for 8 years, since 2012, right after I graduated from college here at Dana.
My name is Gabriel Gomez. I'm the section head for anatomic pathology. I've been in that position for almost a year now. I'm a veterinary pathologist. So we look at biopsy specimens. The other one is that we do necropsies. I'm a first generation college student. I grew up in Chicago, but I've always been interested in pursuing a career in veterinary medicine.
I attended Texas A&M University. I graduated with a Bachelor of Science and a Master of Science in the Wildlife and Fisheries Science. After I graduated from my master's, I was hired as a technician for the histopathology section here at TVMDL. And even though I didn't have a lot of experience when I graduated other than my education, I was really excited about the job.
I went to Oklahoma State University. I did my undergrad there. I was a dual major, biological sciences and animal science. I got accepted into the DVM program, also at Oklahoma State University, and graduated back in 2005. After graduation, I applied for a residency, the pathology residency here at Texas A&M, as well as the PhD, as it was a combined program. So I finished up my residency in 2008. And became board certified the same year, right after residency, and then continue on with my PhD. And I did a PhD in brucellosis. We're working on some vaccines, and I completed that in 2013.
Prior to working at TVMDL, I didn't have any diagnostic lab experience. There's actually not a lot of people that do, since there's not very many diagnostic labs out there. You know, I had jobs working in veterinary clinics and in IT of all things, and in my senior year I had an internship in a lab and I really liked it. I found out that I really liked lab work, and around the time I graduated I needed a job and was looking and found a job here in a lab.
I have a Bachelor's of Science in Animal Science. I attended Texas A&M University here in College Station. I did a lot of sciences within my Bachelor's of Science degree. So I had background in organic chemistry. I have some biomedical chemistry as well, microbiology. So that kind of helped me ease into this whole job here at TVMDL.
So I was always interested about animal health, and I was very interested in learning about diseases in particular. I was just never really committed to becoming a veterinarian. I just wanted to help in a different way. And even though I never expected to go into histopathology, I really love my job. It's one of the areas where you get a lot of interesting tissues from a lot of different animals, and when you make the slides, you're able to see how their body is responding to those diseases.
I knew from a very early age that I wanted to do something clinical, something that had to do with natural disease. When I did my PhD, going into the PhD, I thought I wanted to do some research, and I wanted to be a research scientist. And I realized I wanted to do more. So going back to my early childhood dream, I think a diagnostic career best fits what my interests were.
The fact that it's part of veterinary medicine, but it's not a common job. So a lot of people do not know what a serology diagnostic technician is, and the fact that I get to be part of this whole different world of veterinary medicine is really what brought me in.
I didn't know a whole lot about it, but I knew somebody that worked here that worked in serology, and they knew that I was interested in infectious disease and I liked doing lab work, so I applied for a job here. And obviously I've liked it enough to stay here for 8 years and got to do things I never really thought I could get to do, and test animals I never really thought I'd get to test. And then getting to see even in the news that there's big economic impacts from the testing that we do is always rewarding.
Go for it head on, full in, submerge yourself into this unique world that is veterinary medicine. Be curious about everything and anything. Learn as much as you can.
Asking for help and learning from the other people around you is one of the easiest ways to make yourself better, and it could definitely lead you to better opportunities.
Be adaptable, open to change, and don't be afraid to draw on your past experiences to help make a contribution to the agency. And every bit of our background and our individual experiences is what makes us unique and allows us to make unique contributions to the workplace. So if and when you get the opportunity to do that, do it to the best of your ability, and don't be afraid to rely on things you've done way in the past and even years and years and years ago.
I think remain humble, establish those working relationships, come with a collegial mindset, and also be ready to contribute what you have in a humble manner.